Sue will be back with Connections at 11:30 on Monday. Hello there, here's the latest Northwest news. The 11-year-old scout from Cheshire who was missing overnight in the remote Kielder Forest in Northumberland has been found safe and well. Paul Edwards from Higher Lane in Lymm disappeared after injuring an ankle while out walking with his scout group. The police say he was left with a companion and was told to wait until a second party contacted them. No one came, so Paul's companion made his way back to camp. When rescuers went back to find the boy, he'd vanished. Fire experts are trying to find the cause of a blaze at a shopping centre in Liverpool. The Market Hall and adjoining Tesco's supermarket in Broad Lane, Norris Green, have been badly damaged. The fire is under control, but at its height more than 50 firemen fought the blaze, and they'll be at the scene all day damping down. No one has been injured. An investigation is underway into a light plane crash at Liverpool Airport. The aircraft with 3 people on board was on a flight from Manchester with a pilot instructor at the controls. There was no indication of a fault, but as the plane was touching down, the landing gear collapsed, and as it slewed across the tarmac out of control, the 3 men escaped with minor injuries. Leading left-winger Kiva Coombs has won a seat on Liverpool City Council in a by-election. The result of last night's poll in the Clubmore ward saw Councillor Coombs take a total of 2,735 votes. Police frogmen are dragging a reservoir in Derbyshire in the continuing hunt for the missing Healy family from Stockport. Robert Healy, his wife Greba and her 13-year-old daughter Marie were last seen more than a fortnight ago. His clothes were found on the seafront in Prestatyn along with a suicide note. Officers are also resuming their search of caravan sites in the resort for the 4th day running. And finally, survivors of the Abisted water pump station disaster will open a special unit for serious burn victims at the Royal Preston Hospital later today. Villagers from St Michael's, along with relatives and survivors of the blast, have collected £6,000 to equip the Abisted room at the hospital. Special pressure garments will be made at the unit to help prevent disfigurement among people who suffer serious burns. That's it. There'll be more news at 1:20. From me now, bye-bye. Hello there, and a warm welcome now to all our younger viewers for 2 of your very own and favourite programmes. At 12:10, it'll be time for Rainbow. But right now, we've got another story from Teetime and Claudia.
I'm neat and sweet. I keep my feet always clean and tidy. Auntie loves me more than him, I'm sure. I'm calm and always sensible. I'm such a very clever cat.
I know I'm slow and sometimes show a nerve or two. But Auntie loves me as much as her, I think. I'm loyal and very lovable. I'm what they call the family dog. My name is Teetime.
My name is Claudia.
We like each other.
In our way.
When Auntie calls me here or sends me there, I always do what I'm told. I like making Auntie happy.
I go out of sight when I think Auntie wants me to do something. I decide what I want to do and when. Anyway, Teetime doesn't always do what he's told. Does he, Hush?
Oh, I try to. It's best. Or I don't know if I'm coming or going.
I've told you before. It's not always best to do what you're told. Not when there's something more important you have to do instead. Don't you remember the day Auntie took you and that big marrow vegetable out for a walk?
Marrows don't walk. They roll. I remember better than you anyway, even though I've tried to forget because it's a muddle. The story starts when Round Animal comes to see Auntie. Auntie shows her big marrow in the garden. They're the same shape. Round animal and big marrow.
Like sausages.
Oh, well, never mind like what. Round animal has a good long chatter with Auntie.
And then Auntie claps her hands and shouts at tea time.
I always do what I'm told.
Yes. But Auntie usually only says one thing, not 8 or 10 after the other. How does Tea Time know what Auntie wants him to do?
I don't, I guess. I go by the kind of voice she does.
I can't see the point.
It's a good thing making Auntie happy, because then she makes me happy with a pat and a tickle. Oh, and round animals laughing and patting too.
Time for me to go out of sight, so I don't have to play silly games. I'm not going to be like a dog for anyone. Well, that's not the end of the story, is it?
It is for a day or three, when we forget all about round animal. But then Auntie comes indoors with her big marrow. It's even bigger now.
What's all this about? Auntie's coat, collar and lead, and a plasticky bag.
Why has she got all those things out at once? Is she taking Marrow for a walk?
Coat is for Auntie, silly, and collar and lead is for you.
Oh, yes. And Marrow for bag.
Auntie never takes me out. I don't mind, because I can take myself out whenever I want. But I don't like the idea of missing something.
I can tell you what you've missed when we come back.
There's no need for that. I'm following you.
Auntie wouldn't want you to do that.
She's never told me not to. Anyway, she can't see me. And you don't know I'm there either.
I haven't got eyes in my tail. I can only look the way I'm walking. It's a lot.